lucky he was in some of those fences in the Rolex L'Abreuvoir. Peter Barry goes out on course. Peter, first team rider for Canada with Kilroden Abbott. They're an Olympic combination for Canada in London 2012. Here they're on a score of 60.7 after dressage. Came over to Pau last year, but sadly didn't complete the cross-country there around that Pierre Michelet course in southwest France. They were 11th at Kentucky in 2012 and have finished the last 2 years as well. This spring, on their way to 14th at Rolex, no, sorry, 33rd at Rolex this year. They would clear at both Red Hills Horse Trials in Tallahassee and around the three-star cross-country course at the Carolina International. Kilroden Abbott, 15-year-old Irish sport horse by Clover Brigade, owned by Peter, Susan and Dylan Barry.
Well, still good news for the riders out there. Andrew Heffernan had a bit of a sticky ride over the fences, fence number 7. He's now coming into the Land Rover Lake Complex.
The Cour Colbert. Oh,
he's decided to...
Peter Barry, Kilroden Abbott.
He's got the direct routes in out over that bounce.
Just took the opportunity to glance off to the left-hand side there, coming into the second of the corners, and now you can look and see how far he's got to go to pick up the long route. Jumps the big table house. So an early 20 penalties on the score for Peter Barry and Kilroden Abbott for Canada. Not a counting score at the moment, but the best he can hope to finish on is 80.7 if he was to be inside the time. Here's Giovanni Ugolotti, Stilo Contica, the influential Rolex Water. Oh, just stumbles up the bank, very lucky, but so good at the second of those skinny fences. Giovanni Ugolotti, Stilo Contica, on a clear at the moment on his 60 penalty score. Goes on to the Letang de la Pâture at 32. Fence 32 of 35 on the course. 35 numbered fences, although fences 20 and 22 were removed yesterday. So just a few seconds left. Giovanni Ugolotti's going to be relatively close to this time. And this horse is finishing very well indeed, as did Paul Brockers and Sam Griffiths just a few minutes ago as well. Giovanni come to the sheep shelter at the Jardin de l'Usine, just by the hydroelectric plant for the stables here. They find their way through the trees, just keeping them on their line and going on to the travelling chests. Those seconds at penalties keep ticking up for Giovanni Ugolotti, the #1 out for Italy. And Italy, this is an important score for them because with the withdrawal of Vittorio Panazzon yesterday, they are also, before cross-country even began, a team of 3. So over the carriage trunk, the turn hybrid for Giovanni Ugolotti, Stilo Contica. He comes to the last, the Deer Park fence, the Dames Park, sponsored by Alltech, the title sponsors of the FEI World Equestrian Games here for the 7th edition. And Giovanni comes home. It is a jumping clear for our 5th starter, Giovanni Ugolotti, Stilo Contica. So just the time to add. Watch, and the horse stumbles up here. Stilo Contica, this Irish sport horse by Condios, owned by Giovanni and his partner Catherine Robinson, the Canadian championship rider. 27.2 the time penalty tariff for Giovanni. So overall, in that time of 11 minutes 38, he is now on 87.2. Sam Watson on course, Sam Watson, horseware bushman, team rider for Ireland. 59.8 his score on Thursday, equals 69th. He jumps the terraces fence at 2. Sam, who made his championship debut in 2009, and like Buck Davidson, is the son of an individual medalist from the 1978 World Championships held at Lexington. Father John was the individual silver medalist there that year. Sam's parents bred this horse, horseware bushman, by Puissance, 15-year-old, owned by Sam's parents, John and Julia Watson, together with Tom McGuinness of Horseware. The Italian team score now with Giovanni's score to hand, 199.8. That's the best possible score they can finish on now if the other two members of the team go clear and inside the time. Andrew Heffernan, Burley-born ace, coming to the Rolex water. Rode the last few championships with Miltime Corolla, a horse that went to the Lamounin Euros as a very young mare, and unfortunately he just lost energy right the way through that water and didn't come committed enough up that step to really take on that skinny that comes up very, very quickly. So it's a refusal there at fence 30, one of many to have problems at that fence. Andrew Heffernan, Burley-born ace, are the discard score after dressage for the Netherlands. And deciding to retire. So the number one rider for the Netherlands retires. It doesn't change their team score yet. But again, they also just have 3 in the competition. I'll tell you now, the USA, Belgium, Australia, Sweden, who always did, Italy, and now the Netherlands are all down to being teams of 3. France still a team of 4. Canada and Ireland with their number one riders on course.
And he's come through 17 and 18 quite nicely, but he has one refusal start of the course, but he's gone on.
So Andy Heffernan walking off the course. So Kilroden Abbott, of course, with those 20 penalties early on, coming up on his card. Horseware Bushman and Sam Watson also on course, the number one rider for Ireland. Ireland after dressage in 11th position of the 16 teams, but it is all quite close. Peter Barry, Kilroden Abbott, here we watch them at the Land Rover Water on replay. Just hesitant into that brush and then glances off the 16th. It is separately numbered. I wonder if he just whether he had his angle right to circle with that penalty there. That'll be interesting. Anna Ross Davies, who just went out a shot there, the dressage trainer for the Brazilian eventing team, wishing Marcello Tosi and Alida All Black the best of luck as they prepare to go out on course.
To start cross country.
The number one rider for Brazil. Brazil also here from the start of the competition with just 3 riders, Marcello, Gabriel Cury and Rui Fonseca.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Marcello Tosi on course, Alida All Black. They were an Olympic combination in London 2012, Marcello's second games. This combination won team bronze with the Brazilians at the Guadalajara Pan American Games in 2011. Marcello, who's British-based, and since the London Olympics, this combination have completed the 4 stars at both Pau in southwest France and at Burley in Great Britain. So nail-biting day for Brazil. If they don't complete any of their 3 riders, they are out of the team competition.
Peter Barry qui poursuit sa route après
Sam Watson, Horseware Bushman. Sam, who's just welcomed his second child into the world this summer, recently won the 3-star at Campfire with one of his younger horses, Horseware Luxwell. This horse, Horseware Bushman, has been a prolific winner for Sam. They won the 3-star at Hopetoun in 2011 and at Campfire in 2012. Strong through there. This is their métier. Sam over the 2 angled hedges. Looking at that clock, he's got 4:45 from there.
et s'approche du numéro 28.
So jumping that fence at the very far end of the course, the Marie Harel. Here we see a nice replay of Sam through the Land Rover water. Also a Bushman by Puissance, say homebred by the Watsons in County Carlow. The Route de Vieux-Pin. Horseware Bushman is just keen as mustard. He's really taking Sam into these fences. If that can keep up, this is a competition that can play into the hands of the Irish if they can produce the cross-country riding we know they're capable of. Look at that, Peter Barry, Kilroad now, but they had that silly glance off the corner earlier on and make that water look easy. That's the way Pierre Michelet wanted that water ridden. He's got 30 seconds over.
Well, 3 riders.
So starting to click up the penalties as well. Canada at the moment still have a team of 4. And with Peter through that Rolex water, they should keep a team of 4 for a while longer. But that is the job of the Trailblazer, not only the Trailblazer for each team, but they'll have been watching very closely those first few riders, and they'll have an idea now about how maybe sapping the ground is, but of course that could change as it stays dry all day long here, but also about how to ride that fence, which suddenly became really, really influential. And perhaps it might cause very few problems for the rest of the day, as now the riders suddenly go, okay, we get it, we understand the question. It walked a little differently. We see how the horses are reading it. Let's go out. Let's eat this course up. Peter Barry, Kilroad and Abbott. Over the Jardin de l'Usine fence, they come to the carriage trunk at 34, the Tenue-Bride. Popping that onto the Dames Park at 35. So Kilroad and Abbott and Peter Barry are going to finish with 20 jumping penalties. And quite a lot of time, 48 time penalties is the tariff for 2 minutes over, and he's a little bit in excess of that as well. So 12 minutes 35, 74. So that's 12:36. 20 jumping, 50.4 for time for Peter Barry and Kilroad and Abbott. It's 131.1. Their score. They were already the discard score after dressage for Canada, but if necessary, Peter Barry has posted a score as the #1 rider. But the Canadians will be hoping not to use that score. Canadians here as the defending team silver medalists from the Alltech FEI World Equestrian Games 4 years ago. Showing them at all. Speak. They are clear all the way at the moment. They come to fence 29, the Big Elephant Trap, and then it's the Rolex Water for the #2 for Canada. Peter Barry finished. He's on 131.1. He had error on course, but he's home, and I really think 4-member teams are going to pull through here. Jesse Phoenix, Pavarotti. Come on, it's just not got a lot of energy. Sticky out over that. She was lucky, but she's clear. And I'll take that brand of luck. Jesse Phoenix and Pavarotti clear through the Rolex Water. They should come clear all the way home now. There's not too many more questions to answer, really, for 4-star horses. And she's not bad on time either. Just about to go over 10 minutes 30 now, so she'll be in excess of a minute getting home. But still a useful score for them. Now Sarah Ennis and Horseware Stella will rebound. They had 3 refusals, we understand, at fence 16. And that's within the water, the Land Rover Water. I wonder if we'll get shown that, but it is elimination for the #2 rider for Ireland, and it puts Ireland now on the situation of being a 3-member team. Ireland now can finish the second team rider rotation no better than 194.7. Score and no lower than 10th in the classification. Jesse Phoenix, Pavarotti jump the sheep shelter and go on to the last two fences on course. Horseware Stellar Rebound, who was the best of the Irish after dressage, getting eliminated on course, we understand. So Jesse Phoenix coming towards the last, the Dames Park fence, the Alltech fence. If the Helix is over it, Jessica and Pavarotti come home 11 minutes 54 on the clock. So that is 33.6 time penalties to add. Total of 83.8 for Jessica Phoenix and Pavarotti. And for Canada, what that means is that after the second team rider rotation, Canada, best possible score now in the World Championships of 181.8. After the second team rider rotation, they will finish no lower than 8th. Gabriel Curry here at the William the Conqueror complex. Jumps in over the church, goes down to the ditch, the bottom of the hill, pops over it, turns back to the shield, and just clips it. Sits, loses both stirrups, gets back in the plate though, and carrying on. Gabriel Curry with this former Mark Todd ride. In fact, it was the horse that Mark Todd rode at the Alltech FEI World Equestrian Games 4 years ago at Kentucky. Pavarotti, Jesse Phoenix, they're well up in the order there, just outside the top 5 of the individual classification at the moment, in 6th place. Cristina Pinedo Sendegonta is on course now for Spain, 50th after dressage on 53.8. So Shane's score, 88.5, puts Australia on a score of 188.8, relying on Paul Tapner's score though. They will finish the third rider rotation no lower than 5th. Paulie Bennett-Awad, Gin and Juice, they're on course now. Hawley based on the West Coast. Winner of the Galway Downs Spring International, before 7th at Rolex in 2013. This combination have completed Badminton as well. In 2014, they were 3rd at Galway Downs, and she just doesn't get a great jump in over that corner, and very quick thinking to come around to the alternative, the mix and match. 4th at Rebecca Farm in Montana, and 16th at the Rolex Kentucky this year. Hawley, who was part of the silver medal winning team at the last Alltech FEI World Equestrian Games for Canada. It's 2 Pan Am team silver medals. So over the park gate, Hawley, Bennett-Awad, Gin and Juice are furthest along on the course now, with 2 refusals on their card. One at fence 5, one now at fence 22. That's the corner coming out of the Old Le Pin Road, Le Route de Vieux-Pin at 21AB 22. Anna Hilton, Matrix W now on 40 jumping penalties. They carry on for the team. Stefano Fioravanti and Nodine Dorval, they are going clear at the moment. At last report, they were clear fence 14, the Ratelier de Gazobiel, and they're now taking on the Land Rover Water. Hawley Bennett-Awad, Gin and Juice, 47.8 dressage penalties, 24th position. They jump the Hamlet and go on now to the big picnic table.
La cavalière suédoise, numéro 58, avec Matrix.
Some hesitation here from Ginny at the top of the drop. They'll be lucky to get away with that. They spring off it though, land 4-footed, and there's definitely 20 penalties there. So Hawley Bennett-Awad, Gin and Juice, their best possible score now, 67 with those jumping penalties. Means Canada can't finish on a better score than 201.1, and that's before we get to time penalties for Hawley as well. Hawley Bennett Award, gin and juice. Put that first water behind them. The all-tech water, but it's going to be a minimum of 20 penalties there. Now they're being flagged down here. I'm not sure. I don't think there's a problem further on the course. So I have a horrible feeling that gin and juice might be being flagged down by the ground jury. No, I think Hawley Bennett Award, gin and juice. So Hawley Bennett Award, gin and juice being held on course. That seems to be the situation. Merrill Blom still running here with number 60, rumour has it. They're coming to the Arsène Belodo. 26-27, clear both elements of that. They'll go on to the Le Cheny. I think Matrix W and Anna Hilton have had problems further on the course, so shortly Merrill Blom will also be held on course. So yes, Merrill Blom now being held in front of the FEI's Le Cheny feds at 28. And it is a reported horse fall for Matrix W and Anna Hilton at fence 30, the Rolex Water. That is the cause of this hold. So short hold here at the All-Tech FEI World Equestrian Games, the World Championships of Eventing. Electra Cruz and Joseph Murphy had left the start box. Joseph, in fact, at the moment at the Hamlet fence. Should be going to the picnic. He's just being held there. So 3 on course. Stefano Fioravanti, Nodin Dorval, rumour has it Merrill Blom. Hawley Bennett Award, gin and juice, and Joseph Murphy. So there's 4 on course being held, and the start being held at the moment. William Fox Pitt leads with Chile Morning, Mickey Young, Fisher O'Connor second, Maxime Livio, Carlo de Mer in third, Peter Thompson, Horsewares Barney in fourth, Nicola Wilson, Annie Clover in fifth, Zara Phillips in sixth. Laura de Nedekar, Kirker, Ducati Fondant Overdam holding seventh, and Sam Griffiths and Paul Brocker in eighth. Then it's Bill Levitt, Elaine Penn, Ingrid Klimke, Camilla Spears, Sam Watson, Rudolf Scherer, Jesse Phoenix, Giovanni Ugolotti. On down the order, we've got Shane Rose and Taurus, our most recent finishers for the Australian team, Christina Pineda Sendagota, Kim Severson, Sana Siltakorpi, Cedric Liard, Alexander Piedenel, Pascal Loire and Malin Pedersen. They're the first to finish over 100. Remember, it's lowest penalty score is best. Ben Vogt, Francisco Siabra, Sinead Halpin, Marcello Tosi, Alex Watian, Peter Tersgov Florup, Gabriel Figueroa de Silva Curry, and Maria Pinedo there in 32nd on 123.8. Lynn Szymanski, Donna, Yuri Shumsky, Federico Mejia de Almeida, Sarah Ennis, Evelina Bertoli, Martin Jack Gerlix, Peter Barry and Igor Atrakov, holding 39th and 40th. And then Martin Mewald Gomba and Elena Tsiela-Pushkina and Passat on 177.2. 42 have completed. So, Germany, 132.8. My numbers say 132.6. Great Britain could finish on 143.8. Third, the Netherlands, as I see it at the moment, who could finish on 172.8. Merrill Blom, of course, on course. Fourth could be Australia on a best possible score of 188.8. Fifth, then, fifth in the team classification, Ireland at present on 194.7. Sixth, Spain. Seventh, France. Top 5 nations qualify for the next Olympics to send a team of qualified riders to those games in 2 years' time. So, top 5 finish, very important. Not only the medals for the top 3, but the qualification slots for 4th and 5th here.
Des troisièmes coéquipiers. Vous comprenez bien que le même nombre de coéquipiers passés pour que l'on puisse comparer les scores des équipes. Par exemple, pour l'instant, la France, il y a 3 chevaux qui sont passés, donc il y a 199.1 pour la France. L'Australie aussi, 3 chevaux qui sont passés, il y a 207.2. Mais les
For Australia on Taurus, he's clear up to fence number 28.
Nous suivons l'équipe de parcours de Stéphane avant de 259 avec Nodin d'Orval, cheval 5 français, encore un cheval normand qui est né, c'est Jean-Pierre Leclerc.
cheval pour les coups de la scène des licences et des registres prudents avant, et qui court ici, ce cheval, ce premier 4 étoiles, avec ce jeune cavalier encore de 24 ans, Stefano Leclerc-Avanti. Nous suivons aussi Merrill Blom avec Rumor As It, et qui dressé avec un total de 51 points.
Quatrième provisoire par équipe avec Doris Stenrose. Il est sans faute pour l'instant jusqu'à l'obstacle numéro 30, l'abreuvoir Rolex.
Merrill Blom for Netherlands on to the start. Dutch lead off their first.
Avec le dossard 58 sur l'obstacle numéro 22, la pointe de la route du Vieux Paris.
Yes,
Et la suite donc sur l'obstacle numéro 25.
well, she just had a refusal on the old on 22.
Et oui, ce qui vous permet de suivre également toute l'actualité de ces Jeux équestres mondiaux. Land Rover.
A refusal for Meryl Blom on fence number 31, but she has gone clear apart from that, so she was stopped just before the...
So we're back on the way, sadly. Meryl Blom, and rumour has it, we understand, picking up a refusal close to home. Refusal fence 31, that's the final element of the Rolex Lake. Joseph Murphy Electric Cruise just through the first, the Alltech water. After their restart. Stefano Fioravanti retired on course, we understand, whilst being held. So that puts the Italians out. Stefano does not complete, neither does Vittorio Panazzon. So that gives us a confirmed score for Italy. And the way our competition scored, 1,228. So finishing, Meryl Blom, rumour has it, 23.6 time penalties. They are 59 seconds over the optimum time, 11 minutes, 29 time spent on course, 20 jumping. So 22nd position on 94.6 for Meryl. And with Andy Heffernan pulling out earlier on, that will affect the Dutch team total, puts them on a best possible score of 216.4. Through the Land Rover order for Gin and Juice and Hawley Bennett Awad.
Gin and Juice is going well for Hawley. Joseph
Stefano Fioravanti retired on course, we understand, whilst being...
Stefano Fioravanti a choisi d'abandonner, mais Blom ne va pas tomber.
So after that changed the score for the Netherlands. Ireland now, with good rounds, could come up into 4th position. Oh, Joseph just misses the first part of the bounce and didn't have it right for the second, so they had to glance off at the second part. Fence 18, so that's 20 penalties for Joseph. 72.2, his best partial completion score, even if he came home inside the time. Means they would finish the second rider rotation as low as 8th. Oh, the third rider rotation, my apologies. Tom Bombadil 2, Hoy Fonseca for Brazil on course, last rider for Brazil. 44.2, had Hoy in 11th position after dressage. Hoy, who's ranked just outside the top 500 in the world. He's based in Europe for a very long time. He spent the last year based at home in Brazil. He rode this horse, Tom Bombadil 2, at the last Alltech FEI World Equestrian Games and at London 2012. At the end of the winter, he moved up to Florida, based himself there. He was 4th in the 3-star Red Hills Horse Trials in Tallahassee, and then went on to Rolex. He had a great cross-country clear at the Rolex Kentucky 3-day event, but had a fall in the show jumping to be eliminated on the final day.
Late sequence on fence number 18. Nearly came unstuck again, but stayed on and had to circle to take fence number 18 again after a run out. But he's cleared it and cleared fence number 19.
Electric Cruise et Joseph Murphy qui après leur remis sur le sol plus Land Rover ont sauté le numéro 19, le Crédit Agricole Normandie, Marie Arel.
So 3 on course.
Celle qui inventa l'un des fleurons du patrimoine.
Holly Bennett with gin and juice. Holly Bennett Award for Canada.
De la Normandie, on ne peut pas passer à côté.
Electric Cruise, Joseph Murphy, team rider for Ireland. And then Hoyford Secker, Tom Bombadil too. Anna Hilton not completing after that horse fall earlier on, so that is the Swedish team out of contention as well. Dag Albert still to come, riding the final leg for them. They were just a team of 3, so that elimination leaves them unable to complete a team.
We just picked up Joseph Murphy there. Two steeplechase fences, the Emperor's fences.
Hoyford Secker, Tom Bombadil too. Coming to the houses at the Hamlet. 7 ABC, the first house constituting AB on the straight route. Joseph Murphy picking up another stop on course, this time at fence 25, the second of the Emperor hedges, the steeplechase fences. Over the big picnic table, Tom Bombadil to Hoyford Secker. It's an important round. If Hoy could go clear and 45 seconds over the optimum, that would be 18 time penalties. Would put him on 62.2, and he would go into 5th place. So that's the sort of shape of things at the moment. It's a good marker in the ground, that 18 penalty score for 45 seconds over the optimum. No, sorry, I'm telling you lies because, well, we do have one at 29, we have one at 32, one at 33, one at 35. Most others coming in about a minute, so that's 24 penalties. So, yeah, the 18 not out with the realms of possibility. 24 as likely for many as well. So coming to the William the Conqueror fence. Tom Bombadil to Hoyford Secker. Clears all 3 elements there. What a day of cross-country this has been. What movement around we're seeing in the teams as well.
Quatre cavaliers sur le tour en ce moment, le 61 Holly Bennett Award de Canada avec Gin and Juice qui a à cœur de terminer son parcours malgré les 2 refus. Avec Stella U en début de parcours, le 62
So clear the big Marche d'Échappée at 12. Tom Bombadil 2, Hoyford Secker.
L'Espagnol Carlos Diaz Fernandez avec Ronco, 4 coups en ce moment pour en découdre sur ce parcours.
Plus we rejoin coverage of Selina O'Hanlon and Foxwood High. 30th after dressage on 49.5. Now Canada, after Holly Bennett Award, were eliminated. It's really a best possible finish of 7th at the end of the day for them. Foxwood High and Selina O'Hanlon, team silver medalists at WEG in 2010, or Selina was, with Colombo. This combination went to the Pan American Games in 2011, 10th at Rolex this year, 2nd in the 3-star at Bromont last year. Foxwood High and Selina O'Hanlon equal 30th on 49.5.
Avec Foxwood High, ce cheval de 11 ans, propriété de John and Judy Rambo. Avec...
Over the park gate, Selina O'Hanlon, Foxwood High, Tim Lips and Keyflow in the same score, 49.5 equal 30th. The Dutch team and Tim Lips riding for 4th in the classification overnight. at present holding that 6th and last qualifying spot for the Rio Olympics is Spain, but Alberto Hermosa Ferraz still to come for them, and that could yet change. Selina Hanlon-Foxwood High jump the Hamlet fences and go onto the big picnic table.
ABC.
Selina coming to the Alltech Drop Water, two-time sponsors of this FEI World Equestrian Games. Selina Hanlon-Foxwood High into the water, riding the left-hand curving line to the third and final element. Just giving Foxwood High a little reminder, plenty more to do on this course. Tim Lips at the double of hedges. Joining they drifts very far to the left-hand side of that first one. Thankfully, that is the way the fences are going. He could have easily bypassed the other one if it had been in the other orientation. Tim Lips, Keyflow NOP for the Netherlands. Father Martin Lips working with the team for a number of years. Former Dutch Olympian in his own right. Tim, a two-time Olympian with his young rider horse and European 2011 horse On Carlos. Keyflow was 7th at Badminton this spring, 15th in the 4-star Le Moulin last year, and individually 7th at the Malmo Europeans. They were top 20 at the Fontainebleau Nations Cup meeting this spring, and this horse was produced to 3-star by British-based New Zealand rider Tim Price, who we saw earlier on with Westco. Fenny's Elegance and Aoife Clark have started their round, riding the anchor leg for Ireland. Selina Hanlon-Foxwood High still making the running out there at the far side of the course. Look back at Selina taking on the William the Conqueror complex at 11. The majority have gone the straight route all day long. Selina and Foxwood High making it look really easy at the end of the day.
Pegasus horse, an Irish horse, age 10. First 4-star for this mare.
So Selina Hanlon coming up the hill from the Burley fence towards the Ratelier de Gazobiel. And then Selina will turn her mind to the Land Rover Water.
Selina Hanlon, 285, 5 pardon, qui a bien franchi le gazobiel orange, qui est maintenant dans le piège de l'Uge. Petite rivière, passe au moins de là, qui se met ensuite dans l'ordre. Selina Hanlon.
So Selina clear all the way through that big water complex at the top of the course. Well, you don't want to have to start messing around with your medical armband and number bib at the World Championships. You don't want to be distracted by that. Selina goes to the Marie-Arelle fence next.
Tim Lips for the Netherlands in the last part of the course.
Well, Selina maybe not going the fastest of those we've seen just recently. We have seen some pearlers of rides, but Selina needs to get home. Just 3 scores remaining on the board for Canada with the elimination after she completed cross-country for Hawley Bennett Awad. So if Canada want to be one of those top 6 nations, they have to be in the mix tomorrow. So Selina perhaps not just changing up into top gear, instead saving her mettle so she can ride the accurate lines, take time to do it right. Because it's pretty close amongst those teams down there in 5th, 6th and 7th. Tim Lips, key float. At the last, very nearly a minute over the time for Tim, but he finishes, he gives the Dutch a team score. It is 22.4 time penalties for Tim Lips and key float. That's 71.9 for him as an individual, 16th position. And 238.8 for the Dutch team, and that can finish no lower than 5th today. Selina Hanlon, Foxwood High for Canada. Towards the end of the course, Aoife Clarke, Fenia's Elegance through the William the Conqueror fence at 11, clear all the way so far for that combination. Selina riding the drop log to brush corner. It's ridden pretty well all day. Had 1 or 2 gloves off the right-hand side, though, of the corner. Separately numbered, and nobody has taken that option. Gosh, Selina is having wardrobe malfunctions left, right and centre between silk covers and medical armbands. Jumps the FEI Le Chenet. Here's Aoife Clarke. Aoife jumping the fence before the Land Rover Water. That's the Ratelier de Gazobiel at fence 14 with PJ Haggerty's Fenia's Elegance. The world number 22, this horse has did the back-to-back 3-star wins of Blenheim and Bramham. And the runner-up at a crack 3-star at Chatsworth last year as well. Aoife was 7th with Master Crusoe at the London Olympic Games, and 8th at Badminton. Oh, just very forward through that. 63.5 their dressage penalty score, 83rd position for Aoife. This 10-year-old mare by Ricardo Zed. Selina jumps the left-hand side of the scalloped head. She's going to try for the step, and it hasn't worked out at all. So, plenty of come a cropper on that step. Selina Hanlon, Foxwood High, the latest of them. And that drops them down to at least 8th, because Selina can't finish on a better score than 69.5. So, finishing the Rolex Water, Selina Hanlon, Foxwood High. They're just running out of time now. Now, we've seen people with 30 to 45 seconds at this point, so she is slow, but she's not maybe as slow as she appeared.
20 jumper penalties there added to their score. Fenia's Elegance and Aoife Clarke still going well. They're clear over
21 and 22 in that corner.
Well, I don't know what is going on with the scoring today, but Andreas Hostolt and So Is It, if you're not watching the live scoring, and you know, no other way of finding out, they're back in the leaderboard. They're in 5th. They are individuals, so it doesn't affect the team standings, but slightly annoying for all following the competition, which is being made pretty difficult. Aoife Clarke, Fenia's Elegance at the double of Chase Hedges. Clears both of those. So Aoife looking good at the moment. Got a good chunk of the course to come with Fenia's Elegance. This mare stepping up to 4-star for the first time here at the World Championships. Clear the drop log now, the separately numbered corner. Aoife Clarke, Fenia's Elegance for Ireland, their final team rider. Here is Alberto Hermosa Faras and Hito CP. Stop at the long route in the Alltech water for Alberto, so he's got to be on a minimum of 70.2 now. He did start his round on 50.2. Spain in 7th at the moment. Canada in 8th, holding the 6th spot is Ireland, but it's reliant on Aoife both going clear and inside the time or close to the time. Alberto Hermosa Faras